Meeting to order at the Chippewa County Board of Commissioners. This is our regular May meeting, and as always, we start with a Pledge of Allegiance. Commissioner Egan, why don't you start us off this evening?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And will the clerk please take roll call attendance?
Commissioner Egan.
Here.
Commissioner Martin.
Here.
Commissioner McLean.
Here.
Commissioner Savoy.
Here.
And Chairman Shackleton.
Here. Before we get on with the agenda, I guess I would ask that the board and those present observe a moment of silence. The loss this weekend of Dr. Plager, Lulu Kenda as well. Two people who made some pretty major contributions to our community, and their losses are indeed a great loss. So please join me in a moment of silence. Okay, we'll move on to additions, deletions, and agenda approval.
I move approval as presented. Support.
Motion made to approve the agenda as submitted. All those is there any discussion on the motion? All those in favor vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed vote nay. Motion carries. Move to approval of the county minutes. We have regular board meeting minutes of April 10th. That is on page 1 in your packet.
I move approval.
Support.
Motion made and supported that we approve the minutes of our regular board meeting of April 10th. Is there any discussion? All in favor vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed vote nay. Motion carries. We move to correspondence received in the clerk's office, and that's on page 11.
I move we forward to the appropriate offices. Support.
Motion made and supported that the correspondence received in the clerk's office be acknowledged and forwarded as appropriate. Any discussion?
One couple of things. Congratulate EUP on buying tickets online for the ferries. Good for them. 21st century. Also, speed limit increase. I get to my cabin out in less than an hour. That's a good thing. And lastly, number 6 there, as far as our sponsorship of Michigan's official business magazine, is that in-kind sponsorship or is that cash money?
Golly, you know?
I see the word sponsorship, and to me,
Yeah, they're inquiring it, but we didn't get anything further on it yet.
Okay.
Okay.
So it sounds like it's a solicitation
Yes.
only. So I guess we'll look at it.
Okay.
So yeah, it was just a letter of solicitation. They probably want real money, I'm guessing, but
did you tell them the bank's closed?
yeah.
Okay.
Tell them to take it out of the county support that we're supposed to be getting. Okay, you good?
Good to go.
All in
Thank you.
favor of the motion, vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed, vote nay. Motion carries. We move to public comments. Would anybody like to speak under public comments at this time?
Hi, my name's John Lechner. I just realized I forgot one page that I needed pretty bad, so let's go with what I got. On September 26, 2011, I was arrested at the Holiday gas station right out here. I was let out of prison June 4, 2015. There was no bond. Mr. Burmack, that's a federal prosecutor, told the judge that I was a threat to the community and a flight risk. So I've seen a lot of corruption in our justice system. I was in 7 different prisons. Now I have the opportunity to speak for these people, these hundreds of thousands of guys just like me that are still in there because of lies. Here's something that I just noticed. See, I know I've told you before that all explosives must be kept in a locked magazine meeting the standards of the subpart unless they are being transported to a place of storage or use by a permittee or by a person who has lawfully acquired the explosive material under 555106. And 55106 has nothing to do with me at all. But now, this one guy there, he's the chief, that's Christopher Reeves, he's the chief of the licensing for the explosives permits. He says that my permit was abandoned in August of 2013. And I showed you before where I bought explosives. I guess the last time I bought explosives was 2 years later in 2015. But so I made a 2255. That's like first when you get out of prison, or I guess suppose even before you get out of prison, it is before you get out of prison, you start with your direct appeal. And then if that fails, which mine failed, because there was one man there said that the only thing this reminds me of is a car that will only go 50, but the emergency brake don't work until it's going 60. So anyhow, I lost that one. So just because of lies, what the hell's a brakes got to do with transporting explosives? But anyhow, this Alexander Coleman, she got direct possession of all of the paperwork for the explosives, licenses, and the permits. And I told you before that she said that I was never issued a permit, and then of course I showed you the permits. But here they keep saying that I was at that permit application that Lechner submitted, advising that his application would be deemed abandoned if he failed to contact the ATF within 30 days to arrange for inspection of his storage facility. And it says that 15 times in this 60 pages of their rebuttal. Now the part that I didn't bring was this letter from Inspector Keys, and what it says is that they're trying to get a hold of me. It doesn't say why they're trying to get a hold of me. So these people say that my permit was abandoned because I failed to make an appointment to have my magazines inspected. Well, if I ever can use explosives again, I won't never have a magazine, because I'll just drill some extra holes so I use up every bit of explosives that I purchase, and that way I never have to bring it home. I can just stop at whatever quarry I'm working in and use it. So, but anyhow, they can come on my property any time during working hours and inspect anything I've got. So to say to say it 10, 12, 14 times there, that I didn't make an appointment for them to inspect it is an outright lie. But there's so many lies. You know, like here's one, and I told you this before. He presented them with his then license that looked like the real license. It was not the right color. They did not know it wasn't the real license, and they went ahead and sold them explosives. That was a special agent with the ATF. Here's a special agent with Homeland Security right here, Bruce Wagner, that says me and Mark are flying cocaine between Cuba and Canada. You know, just outright lies. These lies, and I don't know if you guys can do anything about it, but I would like to see that if a person lies, deputy, I don't know, police officer, if you have any control over that, but if the guy lies and he knows he's lying, and I can prove he's lying, or whoever can prove he's lying, that man should be fired. He should go to prison the same amount of months or years that I went to prison, because I went to prison because of his lies. You know, well, there'd be several people in prison. But here's the thing. It says in this license application, this form is not required to be completed. Oh, this is, okay, here, I better start over. Who must fill out and complete this form? Each employee possessor, as defined below, must personally complete this questionnaire form and certify that the answers are true and correct and complete. This form is not required to be completed by an employee possessor whose sole responsibility is transporting explosives. So I wouldn't need the permit anyhow in 2011, because that's what I was doing, was transporting explosives. And then that's only one part of, or one rule there. And then movement of explosives, of course, it says, you don't, I can transport it because I legally possess it. Being transported to a place of storage or by use by a licensee or permittee or by a person who has lawfully acquired the explosive material. And of course, I bought this stuff, so I legally possessed it. And you don't lose that because you sold a company. If I sold a company, I work for my son, so what? I think that's all I got.
All
I
right.
mean, if anybody has any questions, even if you can't talk to me, and I know you talk to everybody else, but for some reason you can't talk to me. But say if you do have a question, I'd want you to ask me because I lived it, and there are so many people in there, hundreds of thousands of people in there, just like me. Did I do anything wrong? Well, it says here that I didn't do anything wrong. So if I didn't do anything wrong, then why did they put me in prison for 51 months? 4 years and 3 months. It's just so stupid. And it's so stupid that when I look back at it and say, well, Bill Verrett, I wasn't going to talk about Chippewa County. Okay, I'll just finish that little bit up there. Bill Verrett went to the deputy and he said, John Lechner's got explosives. Well, why didn't that deputy just say, John Lechner, you got these quarries, use up this explosive, it's bothering Bill Verrett. Well, it doesn't bother Bill Verrett. Bill Verrett is a drug manufacturer, dealer, scum, whatever. He's in there 10 to 30 for third or fourth manufacturing of methamphetamine or some kind of drugs. He was fine. He was fine as long as he was testifying against me. He was fine. And then this other woman there, she testified against me. Well, she was caught stealing out of Walmart, but nothing happened to her. Nothing happened to Bill Verrett. As long as I testify against Lechner, we want to put Lechner in prison. Well, we did. We did. So, all right. Thank you.
All right, would anybody else like to speak under public comment this evening? Anyone? Going once, twice? Public comment period is closed. Administrators report, Mr. German.
You'll see the usual reports there. If there's any questions, please let me know. And on top of that, I just want to formally congratulate our new judge, Eric Lubaugh, who was appointed by the governor late this morning. Thank you.
And of course, our new judge will take Judge Church's position, and our prayers and thoughts are still with Liz. We go on to old business. We have nothing itemized under old business, and we move to news business, and we have a number of resolutions. Starting with 1711, special recognition for Nancy Ojala Brewster. That is on page 35.
I'd move approval of 1711 special recognition of Nancy Ojala Brewster.
Support?
I have a motion and a support for this resolution. Nancy Ojala Brewster is retiring from the health department, and after many years of 29 years of service to the county, is retiring, and this resolution is to thank her for that. Is there any further discussion on the motion? Will the clerk please take a roll call vote?
Commissioner Egan.
Aye.
Commissioner Martin.
Aye.
Commissioner McLean.
Yes.
Commissioner Savoy.
Yes.
And Chairman Shackleton.
Yes. And resolution 1712 is special recognition for Renee Shearhart.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 1712.
Support?
Motion made and supported, and Renee has worked for the county health department for over 31 years, and again, made an awful lot of contribution to our community, and we thank her for her service. Is there any other discussion on the motion? Clerk, please take a roll call vote.
Commissioner Egan.
Aye.
Commissioner Martin.
Aye.
Commissioner McLean.
Yes.
Commissioner Savoy.
Yes.
And Chairman Shackleton.
Yes. Next one is resolution 1713, special recognition for Nancy Miller.
Motion we support? A motion we accept it?
We got both?
Support.
Motion is made and supported, Nancy Miller has been serving the county health department for over 21 years. So the health department is losing a lot of good people. Their experience will certainly be missed, and we appreciate their service. And this resolution will be our way of thanking Nancy Miller. Any other discussion? Clerk, please take a roll call vote.
Commissioner Egan.
Aye.
Commissioner Martin.
Aye.
Commissioner McLean.
Yes.
Commissioner Savoy.
Yes.
And Chairman Shackleton.
Yes, and that passes as well. We move to standing committee reports.
We've got another
we
resolution.
got-
Oh, did I miss? Oh, I did, right there. 1714 is the MERS resolution. This is defining the day for the EDC, and it is on page 38.
So moved.
Support.
Motion made and supported. Is there discussion? And clerk, please take a roll call vote.
Commissioner Egan.
Aye.
Commissioner Martin.
Aye.
Commissioner McLean.
Yes.
Commissioner Savoy.
Yes.
And Chairman Shackleton.
Yes. Then, now we move to standing committee reports, finance, claims, and accounts. Commissioner Martin, please.
Regular meeting of the Chippewa County Board of Commissioners Finance Claims and Accounts was held Thursday, May 4th, 2017, Chippewa County Courthouse. Meeting was called to order at 5:30 with myself, Commissioner Shackleton, Commissioner McLean, Commissioner Egan, and Commissioner Savoy present, hence a quorum. Others present, Jim German, Karen Senkis, and Kelly Church. Moved by Commissioner McLean, supported by Commissioner Savoy to approve the agenda as presented. On voice vote, that motion carried. There was no public comment. We received Treasurer's Investment Report, monthly travel report. Agenda items, review the travel request to attend UP ACC conference on May 18th and 19th. After the motion to approve the travel took place, we discussed the need for attendance due to ongoing ramifications of Michigan work transfer. And the movement with the state to Upward Talent Council, and Upward Talent Council meeting will be there at the end of the conference. Moved by Commissioner Egan, supported by Commissioner McLean to approve the travel request for Administrator German to attend UPAC conference, May 18th and 19th, 2017 on voice vote. That motion carried, and I would so move.
Support.
Motion made and supported to approve Administrator German's travel request. Is there any discussion?
I just want to clear up the acronym. When you run into acronyms, you don't really understand what they are, but that stands for the Upper Peninsula Association of County Commissioners.
Thank you. Anyone else? All in favor, vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed, vote nay. Motion carries.
We then discussed the cooperative agreement between the UP RDC and Chippewa County to complete work for EUP transportation logistics strategy work. We decided we need to complete the necessary work elements, provide funding support, submit payment, and keep all financial documentation for grant reporting purposes. Moved by Commissioner Savoy, supported by Commissioner McLean to approve the cooperative agreement between the UP Regional Planning and Development Commission and the Chippewa County to complete the necessary work element for the UP Transportation Logistics Strategy Project. On voice vote, that motion carried, and I would so move.
Support.
Motion made and supported that we approve the cooperative agreement between the EUP Regional Planning and Development Commission and the county to complete the necessary work elements for the EUP Transportation Logistics Strategy Project. Tried to say that short, and it really isn't an easy way to say it short. Is there any further discussion on that motion? All in favor, vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed, vote nay. Motion carries.
Next, authorization to proceed with contract less than $10,000 for courthouse roof project and to waive the quote requirements to keep local. And understand that this waiving of quote requirement is only for the
Engineering.
the engineering and site supervision and no other part of what's being done. We wanted to waive this because we wanted to have a local supervision of this project and someone who quite frankly has skin in the game in Chippewa County. Hence, after that discussion, it was moved by Commissioner Shackleton, supported by Commissioner Savoy to waive the county's policy and toward UP Engineers and Architects Incorporated a contract for the amount of $8,000 the architectural engineering services, the courthouse roof replacement project, and authorize the administrator to sign and proceed with the project. On a voice vote, that motion carried, and I would so move.
Support.
Motion made and supported. Is there any discussion on the motion?
Yeah, I'd just like to, make a statement that this is a very, very important aspect of this construction project. It's a rather large project, and we need to have somebody watching over this thing day to day, and I'm glad that we have somebody local doing it.
Okay. And the motion is to waive the county policy and award UP engineers and architects architectural and engineering services for the courthouse roof project. All in favor, vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed, vote nay. Motion carries.
We also looked at an agreement for internet access for real estate records between the county and Clover Electric Cooperative. A similar agreement that we've had before. It's been used by the Register of Deeds office. After that discussion, Commissioner McLean moved and was supported by Commissioner Egan to approve the agreement between Chippewa County Register of Deeds and Clover Electric Cooperative to provide secure internet access. I think there's a typo there. Provide secure internet access to real estate records of Chippewa County, and a voice vote. That motion carried, and I would so move.
Support.
Motion made and supported. Any discussion?
Should that, is that to provide? That's
Or
not
is
supposed to be to prove, is it?
It's supposed to be to provide.
Okay.
To approve.
Just wanna make
I
sure.
refuse to believe that Kelly can make mistakes.
Oh,
Ha.
What?
Yeah.
what was that?
I think I just got slammed.
No, it's Jim. Jim was the proofreader, and he didn't do a very good job, is what happened.
Feet of
You're gonna have
class.
him do your proofreading?
I was saying that I refuse to believe that Kelly could make a typo like
I think
that.
it's bad judgment on your part.
I caught a couple of them. So.
All right. In any case, the motion is to approve the agreement between the Register of Deeds and Clover and Electric to provide internet access to the real estate records. Any further discussion? All in favor, vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed, vote nay. Motion carries.
Next, we reviewed the North Care Network Jail Diversion Agreement, which facilitates collaboration and support between law enforcement, county corrections, the courts, prosecutor office, HBH, and Chippewa County to effectively utilize available mental health and community resources when deemed appropriate. After a short discussion, it was moved by Commissioner Egan, supported by Commissioner Savoy, to approve and authorize the North Care Network Jail Diversion Agreement as presented to demonstrate community compliance with the Mental Health Code, section 330.1207. On a voice vote, that motion carried, and I would so move.
Support.
Motion made and supported. Any discussion? North Care Network Jail Diversion Agreement. All in favor, vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed, vote nay. Motion carries.
Next, we looked at the 2017 survey and remonumentation grant of $90,977. Courtroom representative contract of $14,902 for monument contract for 16 corners to Rogers Land Surveying, $25,638 corners to Northwood Land Surveying, SIDOC Company, $60,800, and peer review surveyors agreement not to exceed $3,750. Jeff Davis, Neil Hill, Eric Lewicki, Larry Rogers, and Lawrence Weinrus. These corners were on Drummond Island, I believe in the city, correct? And then I believe it was south of Strong's in that area, part of Chippewa County. Moved by Commissioner McLean, supported by Commissioner Savoy, to approve the agreement as presented, to approve and authorize signatures on the 2017 survey and remonumentation grant for $90,977, to approve William L. Carr, P.S. Northwoods Land Surveying, a SIDOC company, to oversee the administration of the contract in the amount of $14,902, to approve two monumentation contracts, one for $25,600 for 16 corners to Rogers Land Surveying, and another for $6,800 for 38 corners to Northwoods Land Surveying, a SIDOC company, to approve the peer review agreement for professional surveyors not to exceed $3,750 and not to exceed $1,000 per surveyor between the following surveyors: Jeff Davis, Great Lakes Surveying, Neil Hill, Mackinac Country Land Surveying, Eric Lewicki, Foresight LLC Professional Land Surveys, Larry Rogers, Roger Land Surveying, and Lawrence Weinrice, Michigan Department of Transportation. On a voice vote, that motion carried, and I would so move.
Support. Motion made and supported. Any discussion? This is the remonumentation for this year. All in favor, vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed, vote nay. Motion carries.
We then paid the bills. Moved by Commissioner Shackleton, supported by Commissioner Egan, to recommend the approval of April bills and payroll as follows. General claims totaling $344,535.16. Other fund claims of $3,861,300. Payroll of $462,129.07. Health Department claims of $267,523.79. Health Department payroll of $121,425.91. Total claims of $5,056,913.93. And vouchers H1 through H289, and a voice vote, that motion carried, and I would so move.
Support.
Motion made and supported that we paid the bills, vouchers, claims. Any discussion? All in favor vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed vote nay. Motion carries.
We then discussed the DTRF fund balance report, which will be updated quarterly, and investment revenue. Administration was thanked for the job they do, and we adjourned at 5:57. I move that we accept the Finance Claims and Accounts Committee meeting minutes as presented.
Support.
Motion made and supported that we accept the minutes of the Finance Claims and Accounts Committee meeting of May 4th, 2017. By the way, I think it's hilarious that May the 4th be with you made it into the minutes.
I saw that.
I chose to pass through that.
Another miss, eh?
Nice job, nice job, I like that.
I question.
All, I think it's a nice addition.
Yep.
All in favor of approval of the meeting minutes, vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed, vote nay. Motion carries. We move to Commissioner report on meetings as board representative and general comments.
I just got back from a trip to Marquette and spent 2
Welcome back.
hours at a meeting there. It was for the Michigan Works. And I guess I was favorably impressed with the information that was covered at that meeting. So maybe it's going to be changing my mind as we move forward on this.
So
That'd be good.
you got answers to the questions you had.
Everything was explained that we were covering in that meeting. Didn't get all the answers to everything I have, but that few that were taken care of there.
Okay. Anyone else?
Saturday, May 13th, hazardous waste, please don't put them in the dump, don't put them in the ditches. Take care of them.
They have a special pickup at the recycling center for hazardous waste. I believe you're supposed to call to make an appointment, but yeah, you got paint, any type of hazardous waste, that's the place to take it. Anything else? Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Support.
Motion made and supported. All in favor vote aye.
Aye.
Opposed vote nay. Motion carries. This meeting's adjourned.